once is the idea of identity. Felix is wondering who he is. He's struggling with the issue of his family. He's also struggling with the issue of what it means to be Jewish. Now, in chapter 4, when he finds an abandoned house on a deserted road, on page 30, we find him saying this as he enters in the house. And on the wall next to the front door is one of those carved metal things that religious Jewish families in our town have on their houses. This is called a mezuzah. A mezuzah is doesn't have to be metal, can also be ceramic, but it's a little thing, a religious ornament that's attached next to the front door of a house if you're a religious Jew. This is my mezuzah right here. You can see it's made of ceramic and it has a hole in the top and a hole in the bottom just there, and it gets pinned on the wall, screwed on the wall in the front of your house if you're Jewish. Obviously, my mezuzah is not on the wall because I'm not Jewish. This was given to me by a Jewish friend. The mezuzah part is actually inside this housing. This is the housing cover, and the mezuzah is inside. So if I turn it around, you'll see, wrapped in plastic, is a little scroll. Hopefully you can see that. If I unwrap this scroll, mine was made in Jerusalem. It's in plastic wrap. I've never unwrapped this before, so doing this for the first time with you. And I unwrap this plastic and you'll find that there is a piece of parchment in there. So I'll put the plastic aside. There's a piece of parchment. If I unroll this, this is taken about anywhere between 3 to 5 hours to make. And it's been written by a Jewish scribe. And you can see here, this is the mezuzah text right here. That has been hand penned and rolled up. You can see the top says Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. It comes from Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 4 in what's called the Shema, a Jewish prayer. We'll look at that right now. Here is the English text of Deuteronomy 6:4. So what's Shema Yisrael is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. And all of these words, right down to this last part here, verse 9, this is the most important part because this is where they get it from. You shall write them, that is what I'm commanding you today. You shall write what is being commanded today on the doorpost of your house and on your gates. So this was in the text. And you shall write God's commands on the doorpost of your house. So when an Orthodox Jew enters into their house, they usually kiss their fingers and tap the mezuzah. They remember God's law as they're going into their house. And as they leave their house, they walk out the door and kiss their fingers and tap the mezuzah. That means that you're remembering God's commandments as you walk in and out. This is what Felix was referring to when he was talking about the carved metal box that was next to a front door of religious Jewish people in town. One of the other issues around Jewish identity is on page 28, where it talks about how he's crouching in a pig pen with a very smelly pig sticking its snout in my ear. Now, he talks to this pig. The pig is looking at me with sad, droopy eyes. I know how it feels. Cheer up, I say to the pig. The pig cheers up. The pig frowns. I look at the pig's food. I want to share the food with the pig. Now, this raises an interesting point around being Jewish, because there are what's called kashrut laws. They're around dietary requirements. So if you're Jewish, you can't eat pig. It's a rejected food, so you don't have bacon, you can't eat pork at all. Religiously, it's not allowed. It's part of the kashrut, the Jewish dietary laws. So Jews eat kosher. Kosher means you follow the kashrut laws. So important is this that no religious Jewish person would own a pig farm, would even own pigs. They're not to be touched, they're not to be eaten. So him clowning around with a pig in a pig pen is certainly not a Jewish thing to do. And this goes to show that although he recognizes different parts like the mezuzah of Jewish identity, he's still young, and because he spent so many years away from his parents, he's still not fully understanding what a Jewish identity is.